Hey everyone, Bret Wallace, your Fort Bend County Realtor, coming today from Fulshear, Texas. We're going to go over the awesomeness of this city and what it has to offer. I brought with me my lovely real estate partner, Amber, and let's get into it.
Hey everyone, I'm Amber Moore.
And I'm Bret Wallace.
Okay, so as Bret mentioned, we are in beautiful Fulshear, Texas. So if you're not from this area, you don't know really the greater Houston area, you might be like, where's Fulshear? That's what we're going to talk to you about today. So we are on the west side of town. We actually did another video a while back on the west side. We talked about Fulshear a little bit, but today we're exclusively talking about this great city. So we're west of Houston, just south of Katy. So a lot of people move out here for the great proximity and access to downtown Houston. So we're actually about 30 miles away from downtown, and it's a hop, skip, and a jump once you hit the West Park Toll Road, which I should also reference another video. We did a great video on Houston Transit that you might want to check out. So we're about 10 miles from the Grand Parkway, right, which is also referred to as 99. It's what we call the third loop around the city. And we're roughly 20 miles away from Beltway 8, which is also the Sam Houston Parkway.
The middle loop.
Right. So, Bret, let's talk about where we are specifically right now.
Okay, so right now we're at the observation point in Cross Creek Ranch. Cross Creek Ranch is the #1 master plan community in Fulshear. As you can see, it's just beautiful views, lakes, paths. Everybody's working out around us. I think I need to join them after the video.
Me too.
Yeah, so it's just a very active community. So Fulshear does have two other communities. When I think about Fulshear and master plan communities, it is going to be Fullbrook on Fulshear Creek, and then also Jordan Ranch. Now, Cross Creek Ranch and Jordan Ranch happen to both be Johnson Development Corp developments, which is top of the line.
One of our favorites.
And Fullbrook is one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
It's not Johnson, but it is a great master plan community. So Amber did mention the proximity to the city.
Yeah.
The West Park Tollway is literally like a slingshot in from the west side into the Galleria area, and obviously they're stopping off points before that.
Sure.
But I-10 is usually the other freeway system that people use to get to Houston from the west side, especially Katy. And as we all know, I-10 can be a little
gets a little congested.
Like the 405 for all my LA people, because we get calls from the LA people all the time.
There you go.
I don't know about New York. I don't have an
equivalent.
An expressway. I've heard I don't know.
You have subways, Bret. This is a whole different thing.
Okay, cool. They got a better transit system than we do. So yes, the locations, all three of these neighborhoods. Jordan Ranch is going to be closer to I-10 and kind of getting closer to Brookshire and Pattison, kind of Peterson Road, where the Igloo facility, where all of the manufacturing and warehousing plants, and on I-10 past Katy Mills Mall. So, but it is technically Fulshear. So Fulshear has a few master plan communities to offer, and we're just in the most phenomenal one of them, in my opinion, Cross Creek Ranch.
Yeah, you cannot beat this view.
Yeah, it's been #1 in Fulshear for 2015. And on.
Right. So really, when we say master plan communities, that's more if someone's watching and they're more inclined to maybe something newer construction, so to speak, even though resale homes are popping up within these communities already. But there are also resale options within Fulshear. So if someone, for example, is looking for acreage, right, Bret, you want to talk about that? I mean, you can hit various price points and whatnot.
Yeah, definitely. And also country living, like I said, but big city access. There are just a lot of ranches out in the area, right? So when we grew up, like I grew up a little more recently in high school than she did. Just kidding. But no, like there was literally one stop sign, one traffic light in downtown Fulshear, and there was we used to have field parties out here in high school, literally.
Like the tumbleweed would be rolling through, right? Okay.
Yeah, you park your truck, back it up, drop the tailgate, listen to some music, and there might have been a keg, maybe not. Amber gave me the look. Maybe not. Okay, college. That was college. But yes, it was very rural, and it still kind of has that essence and kind of that feel. But like I said, with all the access and all the benefits of the city, but you get to have views like this and activities like this. But yes, there are many acreage options.
Yes.
Price of land, it's not $10,000 an acre anymore. Probably even $15,000 unless you're buying, hundreds at the same time, on the
economies
same
of scale.
Yeah. So, but there are ranches out here. There are bigger lands, pieces that you could have your dream home, outbuildings. So there's a lot of different options out here in Fulshear.
Yeah, you can't find this kind of acreage in town, and that's the point. And that's why we see so much development moving further west, because there's nowhere else to build.
And west.
The expansion is really moving out this way, but we love this location for the reasons we already stated.
The price points, like when I first started in 2008, Fulshear, price points, you could get a lot. Now, I mean, the secret's out. So get into Fulshear while you can. There's some people listening right around that are residents. They're probably like, no, don't. But it's a great place. So get out here while you can.
Well, and speaking
seriously.
of price points, you're going to be in the twos at least. Probably $500,000 is easy, right? Would you say, Brett? Going up to the multi-million.
Cross Creek, you're going to be in the 400s, easily 500s. If you're going to be on the water, one of these lots is probably a $50,000, $75,000 premium. And I don't know if there's any new construction lots available. Like Amber said, resales are popping up left and right, especially since people are realizing that they can sell their house for a small fortune these days.
Yeah.
So, but overall, it's still more affordable than a lot of places in the city. And, you just have this atmosphere which can't be replicated closer in.
Right, exactly.
Let's go to some of some of the things that are around.
Yeah, exactly. So I know we've talked about this in some other videos, but because we are really close to Katy, there's Typhoon, Texas. So when we think of like fun outings for, a couple, family, you can do that. There's La Centera in Katy as well. You have Katy Mills Mall. There's tons of shopping. Of course, you guys know we love shopping and food. Okay.
Yeah, Katy Mills has both.
Yeah, exactly. And then in terms of entertainment, you could either go either way. Of course, there's like a Woodlands venue called the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion, which you guys are familiar with, I'm sure. But Smart Financial down in Sugar Land, you aren't too far away from going to see an amazing concert, maybe on the weekend or something. So it's really accessible. I mean, you can go either way living out here. What else would you say, Brett, in terms of, we covered kind of the small town feel. Actually, Fulshear, though, itself was incorporated in 1977, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct.
So it's still kind of known as, kind of like Brett said, this country feel, kind of farm town. There's all kinds of crops that are produced out here. People definitely own horses out here. Now we sound really Texan, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, stereotypes come, from somewhere. But I would say, like pecans and corn and cotton and all those type, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the feel you get out here. There's definitely farm and ranch properties. There's even a farmer's market that's held out in Fulshear, various weekends of the year. This is a really big thing out here too, to stay kind of true to where you're from. Bro, what else would you say?
Yeah, I mean, you've covered it. There's nothing else to talk about. Just kidding. So like Amber said, it's just of all the cities and suburban kind of pockets around Houston, Fulshear's it just has that, like Amber said, that farm, that country, that rural feel. But literally, like if you're heavy on the accelerator like me, I mean, you're literally in Houston in 25 minutes with no traffic. I always have to preface that. And I mean, to the southwest side of Houston even quicker, but I'm talking kind of Galleria.
Yeah, and of course, and so many people we're finding are working from home anyway. And I think that's why people are like, hey, we'll live a little bit further out from the city because we don't really have to be commuting in every day anyway. And so we want a bigger home. We want more property. We want this certain lifestyle, that maybe we couldn't have had a few years ago. So it's really creating opportunities we see for our clients.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said, with these master plan communities, if that's the route you take, there's going to be swimming pools. I mean, I'm looking over here one right now. Fitness centers.
Yeah.
There's even an Italian-made cafe for coffee and muffins and croissants, however you say, I don't know.
Now we're going to have to go eat after this.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then work out with all the kids over there, and they're fishing over there too.
So they can probably kayak and canoe out here, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, I think you can drop in a ski boat and water. I'm just kidding, you can't do that. No motorized craft, but yes, kayaking most definitely is probably allowed. Fishing, catch and release, I imagine. So yes, just a very active lifestyle community and city. And so what else? We're not too far away from Brazos Bend State Park. That's about 30 minutes away. But you kind of have the Brazos Bend State Park feel out here, minus a lot of the alligators. So I think that's a plus.
I'll take that any day.
Yeah. Okay.
That's no joke.
Anything else you want to go over?
No, I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Again, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and get all of our contact information below. We cannot wait to speak with you. See you next week.
Call us about Fulshear.